What's up, guys? This is Mark from Leo Fitness, and today we're talking about the fundamentals of strength training. This is module 1 or video 1 of a few-part series that are going to dive into some of the nuances and some of the basics, the fundamentals of strength and resistance training. We do this because I believe that the good guys should always be fitter than the bad guys, but your job is to focus on your job, and I am here to help you with your strength conditioning training and your questions. So this module is going to be focusing on what actually goes into a strength session. So understanding a strength session. Other videos, you can see types of strength training, tools for actual training, a home gym versus in a box gym, and then where to start in your training. Who this is for you if you are a law enforcement candidate, if you're new to strength and conditioning, if you want to maximize your time in the gym, in your efficiency, and if you want to stay injury-free. So a little bit about me. I'm a kinesiologist. I have a background in traditional martial arts. I have been training law enforcement candidates for the past few years. I'm the creator of the PAIR and POPAT Ready programs, which are physical abilities test readiness prepared programs. So module 1, the first couple of minutes that we're going to talk about understanding a strength session. So this is going to be the components, some of the terminology, and the actual structure of a strength program. So at the very basics, we want to understand what the terminology of reps, sets, and RPE is. So the exercise, which is the actual exercise that's being performed, the reps is the repetition. That's the number of times an exercise is being repeated in sequence. So if I have a set of 10, but let's call it bicep curls. That means I'm going to do 10 bicep curls in a row. The set is the number of cycles of reps you complete. So if I have a workout that consists of 3 sets of 10, I'm going to do 10 reps sequentially, take some sort of rest. That can be broken up by other exercises, by rest, stretching, etc. And I'm going to end up doing 2 more sets of the same. So 10 repetitions, take a rest, another 10, take a rest, another 10. That would be 3 sets of 10 repetitions of whatever the exercise is. The last thing on this list is something called the RPE. That's the rating of perceived exertion. For strength training, I generally use a 1 to 10 measure. It becomes most relevant when it's more in the 5+ realm. So a 10 out of 10 would mean that you finished your rep, but you could not in any way possible do 1 more rep. RPE, a rating of perceived exertion of 8, means that, yeah, you're working pretty hard, but you know you could probably do somewhere between 2 and 4 more repetitions. That's a good place to start. So you can see at the bottom, the way you can follow the cursor if you like, the way that I typically organize my programs and how I write out my programs. I'm going to go sets, reps of the exercise, and then what the target RPE is. This is what I'm going to write in before I've done any sort of work in the gym. So in this particular exercise, it's 4 sets of 15 repetitions of the goblet squat and the goal RPE of 8. So that means I need to choose a weight that puts me at a target RPE, a rating of perceived exertion, my subjective measure of 8. Later on, you'll write down what your actual RPE was of the session and whether or not you actually met those goals. This is what this looks like in practice. So this is a basic chart that I'm going to use for most of my strength workouts at the very least. I have A, 1 through 5. If I was doing a broken up session, maybe I want to do the first 3 exercises in sequence, and then I'm going to do all of my sets of those and then change to the next sets of exercises. I would use B, but in this case, I'm going to do 1 set of incline push-ups for 10 repetitions, 1 set of bodyweight squats for 15, 1 set of bodyweight good mornings, 1 set of reverse lunges, 1 set of modified curl up. My target RPE, my goal RPE, 6, 6, 5, 7, 5. Couple things I can do here. Over in this column, I like to put the weight. You might do that in your actual column as well if you're doing increasing weight per set. And then you're going to write down the actual reps completed. So 10 repetitions would be the goal. So ideally, I write down 10 here, but maybe I get to the end and I'm doing an RPE that was a lot harder than I originally planned for. Maybe I only get 8 reps in, then I can use that to track my progress. Okay, one more bonus one that you may or may not see in my programs or programs along the internet is something that we call tempo. This is not tempo like in the running sense of you're running at a specific pace. This is the tempo and the rhythm at which your exercise is performed. So you might see something like this. So again, we see this 4 sets, 15 reps, goblet squat, goal RPE of 8, and then we see 3, 1, 1, and 0. So these are going to be the number of seconds for each phase of an exercise. So in case of the goblet squat, so you're starting at the top, usually holding some sort of weight. This is going to be 3 seconds down, a 1 second pause at the bottom, 1 second to get back up, and then no seconds of rest in between sets. You might see 5 seconds, 1, 1, 1. You might see an X here, which means just to go as fast as you possibly can. But a tempo is a great way to change up our training without actually changing up the amount of weight or the amount of repetitions. We can alter how hard it is. Okay, so this would be the exact same thing, except now I've added in a tempo. So on this incline push-up, I'm going to 2 seconds down, 2 second hold, and then X for explode up as fast as I can. Don't hold any rest at the top. In contrast, bodyweight squat, 2 seconds down, 2 second hold, 2 second up, 2 second pause at the top as well. So each repetition is going to take 8 seconds. 15 reps would be a lot of that, but at a body weight, the weight is not very much. So you can see how that changes the resistance and the difficulty just by changing the tempo. Same idea. 1 second down, 3 second hold, quick as you can, up for the reverse lunges. So remember, strength is never a weakness. That's what I want to get across with part of this series. You are always trying to maximize your strength. That doesn't always mean you're going to go up, but strength is never a weakness. It's always going to help you, whether it's the field of battle or whether it's just in your everyday life. Okay, if you want to learn more about the POPAT Ready program and preparing for your physical abilities test, head over to leofitness.ca/PAT. That's physical abilities test, PAT. Lots of blog posts there for you as well. If you have any questions, hit me up, mark@leofitness.ca. I'm happy to answer questions. Don't forget that we also have the other series, more on strength training and then conditioning coming soon as well. Get at it. Remember, strength is never a weakness.